Let you jump in for the second question. Just jump in. Anything you want to say about what we've been talking about?
Well,
if you have any thoughts, don't be down. I can't put you on the spot. My bad.
No problem with that. I mean, I guess my position. Well, the way I was looking at the question, I looked at it a little differently.
Okay.
I looked at it as from a, even though it's a social construct and not a biological fact, it's a starting point of who you are. Not the end all to be all, but it's a starting point. Because I think that when people interact with each other, they look for commonalities. And you start off with one commonality, you go to the next commonality. So that's why I think it is good. With the cons that you already laid out, talking about
again, this is dialogue. It's not even a right answer. It's a dialogue. But let me throw this out too. This is what I love to tell people all the time on what you just said. You're absolutely right that it's an identifier. However, I want to show how we're walking in the construct. The construct has us saying that it's an identifier. Like we're saying it because we've been raised in this construct. So watch this. If you tell me if I see what color you are, regardless of what race you may be, right? Anywhere around the world, if I meet somebody and I see their race, however, if they just tell me where they live at in the world, I have way more chances of knowing what they eat, what religion they might be, what they culturally believe in. Like, I have more just by the region. We can do that inside the United States. I can see where you live at within the regions of the United States. I can tell way more about you just with the region. I can guess. I may not get everything right, but if I had to guess, what kind of food you like if you're in the South, what type of Christian are you in the South versus in the West. What I'm saying is, I'm pointing this out to show you how feeble the construct of race is. It's not the identifier we've been constructed and taught to think that it is. So I'm just challenging it to have people.
It's not as defined as we've been raised to believe it is. Right.
So you're buying into the construct, and so we definitely hold on to it when we accept the construct as is.
Right.
But when you realize prior to the transatlantic slave trade, when you go read in history, if somebody's race, because sometimes you will see black identified in historical texts, but literally for whatever region it was, it would be identified just to say that person's from there. It never meant no more than that person is probably from that land. It never meant nothing else. And we're walking in it as if it's a real thing. When think about this, I'm gonna go real deep on you now. If we say the elite constructed it, and I can go to the history, I ain't gonna do it on this piece, but since the elite constructed it, they even knew there was no inferiority. They just did it for their own protection. So the people that came up with the construct don't even believe the arguments we're trying to get through in a construct that they've always known was never the case. So for us to say identify strongly, not just black people, even white people, identifying strongly with something with the inventors didn't even think or believe. They did it just so at the time, because we didn't all come here as sometimes we were indentured service too.
Right.
So a lot of times they would get together and take out the person they were indentured to.
Right.
So once they created that difference, they saw less rebellions. So that's where I'm going. That's why I went so deep with it. Because as I said, I put in the piece, I love being black.
Yeah.
But I'm answering that in the context of the construct. However, I'm stepping outside of the construct to say, does it really make sense once you are aware and able to step outside the construct? I expect every person to read this piece and go, yeah, I believe in it, and still not recognize you're really answering because of something you was taught, not because of something that's real.
Right. And